Was there ever a time where you doubted that maybe music wasn't going to be a career for me? Like maybe I have to do some sort of day job and do music for fun, but like it's not really going to be a career?
It really depends on what you understand under a career. Because I doubt that you will be a Lady Gaga or whatever. Yes, of course, I doubted that. Because, I mean, the chances are so small that you are like one of those world famous artists.
Yeah.
So I was more than doubting that. I was even like trying to tell you, don't be disappointed if you are not going to perform. But I knew that you can do something out of that, out of your singing. That I never doubted at all.
Hey Voxstar, and welcome to From Singer to Artist. I'm Lara Chapman, award-winning singer and songwriter turned viral vocal coach and the host of this show. At VoxTape Studios, we help singers from all over the world level up their voices by teaching them the 3 fundamental skills all singers need: technique, awareness, and artistry. Whether you're looking to go pro or just develop your voice for fun, my team and I are here to help. Check the link in the description to book your first session or grab some of our other resources. Alrighty, are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome to a very, very special episode. I have the most special guests. I know I keep saying that I have special guests, but no offense to any other guests that we've had in the past. I think our guests today are the very most special guests. Welcome, please welcome my wonderful parents, Mommy and Poppy, Ursula Mueller and Christian Mueller.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. They flew in all the way from Switzerland, where I grew up, where you two grew up as well. And where you still live. My whole family still lives in Switzerland. I'm the only one here in the United States, but that's okay. So thank you so much for being here, for visiting me and Grant and our cats. And for recording an episode with me here today. We are going to be talking about my childhood and how this crazy adventure of music and singing started for me, and how we ended up here, not just from my perspective, but also from the wonderful people who raised me. So we're going to be talking about some stories, some ups, some downs, and some advice that they might have for any parents listening. If you have any kids who love to sing or love music or anything like that, we're going to be talking about all of that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We are ready.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, first question I have for you is, what are your earliest memories of me singing? Or music, just in general,
Or
playing music.
crying as a baby.
Crying
Is
as a
crying
baby.
singing as well?
Close enough.
That sounded already pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah? You didn't want noise-canceling headphones?
No.
Oh, my God, shut up.
It was pretty cool. You had a sweet voice already as a baby, for sure.
Sweet or powerful? Or
Powerful. Powerful.
Very powerful.
Yes.
Very strong.
Yeah.
With open eyes.
Very alert. I was a very alert kid.
Alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 5 minutes, then happy again.
Really?
Yeah. Short crying. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm still happy and don't cry a lot. But that's awesome. So voice, right? Like crying, singing, talking, it all comes from the same place.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you're like, well, crying. You already make that connection that the speaking voice, the crying voice, the singing voice all comes from the same place.
Yeah. Communication.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yes.
And for me as a mother, it was great to see that the communication between you and us, and with your brother as well. He was already 4 years old at this time. Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
And
not
I
a
think
silent.
you had a more powerful voice as a baby than your brother was 4 years old. Huh? I mean, there was a huge difference in voice between you two. From beginning on. Huh?
We also have very different personalities.
Absolutely.
Nico is more shy and hiding behind mom's legs and not wanting to go to kindergarten, and you had to play Yos. It's a Swiss card game, don't worry about it, with him before he went to kindergarten, right?
Every morning we had to play with him and just to bring him in the zone so that he was able to walk to the kindergarten by himself after a week or so. First week, mom had to follow.
Yeah. And for me, that wasn't really...
You were like, you couldn't wait to leave the home.
Well, and now Nico lives like on your property. He bought a little piece of land from you and built a house there. So he couldn't be closer to you if he tried.
Which is great.
Which is great. And I am 5,000 miles away. It's just funny to see how, like, the different personalities, how it translates into proximity to you, how it translates into the power of the voice. I mean, Nico is a race car driver, also crazy career, just like music. But he does interviews and things like that all the time. So now he's used to talking and making himself heard, and he's confident, but he would rather maybe not do all of that and just race.
No, but actually that changed. Once he found his love for racing, he also found a different personality within himself, really, because with 17, he started to commentate races for the TV station, for the local TV station, or actually a national TV station in Switzerland. So already then you could see that when he can do something with love and passion, it changed his personality, from being a very shy, very calm kid to become an outspoken person and present himself on TV and talk openly, freely, with passion.
And he's really good at it too. He's really good. I'm always impressed when I see him.
Yeah, but I think you both have the same talent. It took much, much longer for him to develop it than for you. But both of you, you have the talent to speak freely, openly, publicly. Very important, publicly, whether it is on TV, social media, whatsoever. You're doing great. And I mean, it's both of you are not typical Swiss, I would say.
No, not really.
And he sings quite well.
My favorite part about Nico is when we're in the same room together, we start singing the same song at the exact same time, in the exact same key, in the same section of the song, like maybe just the chorus or whatever. I have no idea how that's possible, but just out of the blue, we start singing the same thing. It happens all the time.
We sang every day at home.
Yeah.
In your childhood, Christmas songs, especially a bunch of them. That was so great.
Yeah. I mean, you three, not me.
Okay, that's right.
I was more the listener in the family. I have like no voice. I can't hear the details like you guys can. So, I mean, I'm the worst singer on this planet.
No. Try Grant. No, there's always worse and there's always better, and it's not a competition. But with Nico too, and you as well, I feel like you both say that you are much worse than you actually are. And you could learn it if you wanted to, but it's not a priority for you. So, it is what it is. But I would say that the musicality for me probably comes from your side of the family, Mom.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it looks like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very obvious. Christmas celebration in the Müller home, like my part of the family, my brother, sister with their families, horrible. Really
but we have
horrible.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was funny. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
We were laughing. I mean, we were crying
from laughter. Yes,
from laughter. But Mama's side, they could all sing, Yeah.
But it was very nice for me, this experience with your family. The most important thing is to have fun. My side is more the endurance.
And it needs to be correct, and it needs to sound good.
I come from the classical side. I played piano many, many years. And you remember,
Yes.
you said once, I would like to play like Mama.
Yes, the Moonlight
Oh,
Sonata.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for me, it was so nice to see you choose the completely another way. Music side.
Yeah.
For me, that was great to see. More fun,
More the contemporary side.
yeah, and more experiences with different instruments.
And experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The open-mindedness, the freedom. I mean, you
Yeah.
didn't stick to notes and keys and whatsoever.
Yeah.
You were experimenting, you had fun, you enjoyed it. And we could tell, huh? And Mama was always practicing the same keys for years and years and years. And she was good and she was almost perfect. But you did it with ease, with fun.
Yeah.
I just didn't really enjoy reading music. I mean, I could do it, but Bettina, my piano teacher, I would always, I was like, I don't know, probably around 13 when I started my singing lessons as well. I told her, I want to learn how to play chords on a piano, not read sheet music, but just play chords so that I could accompany myself when I'm singing songs and that I could write my own songs as well. And she taught me some basic chords as well, but she didn't feel super comfortable with that. And so eventually I started also taking some jazz piano lessons compared to the classical piano lessons that I took with her. I was so much more drawn to, it doesn't need to be perfect. Let me just play something. Yeah, from what I can remember.
But that part that I learned from you, I'm grateful for that.
Well, and I am grateful that you always played music around the house. And the Moonlight Sonata was always my favorite thing that you played. I still love that. And that's what made me want to take piano lessons.
Yeah.
I was probably, third grade when I started piano lessons, I think. And we went to the local music school. In Switzerland, you have school, and then you have your music school, and that's completely separate. But taking lessons from private people wasn't really a thing back then. It's starting to be more of a thing now. But anyways, went to Belp, the music school in Belp, and there was this dude who tested me, in quotes, and he wanted to know if I could hear notes well. So he would play two notes right next to each other, da, da, on the piano. And then he asked me, which one is higher? And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Can't everybody tell what's going on here? It was so easy. And he was like, you're ready for piano lessons. So I was able to take some piano lessons after that. I think it was for the piano lesson thing. Maybe it was a different memory that I'm combining two memories. I'm not sure, but I remember that test. And I was like, this is so dumb. Why am I doing this? But it is not a skill that everybody has from day one. It's because I grew up around music that I could tell, I think.
I heard this music for 60 plus years, and I can't still tell the difference between those two keys.
Well, I think you can. Da, da. Which one's higher?
The first.
Da, da. Really?
No?
No, the second. Na, na, na.
So you
That one's
see
higher.
how talented I am.
Well, but that's interesting to then see, what are you getting genetically from which parent? I maybe could have inherited that from you, and then not have any interest in music or anything like that. But you don't know until you try. So it was a passion for me from pretty much day one, because I was introduced to it very early, thanks to you, and just kept going with it. But when did you realize that music was a passion for me?
I did realize that when you were in fifth grade or so, that it was more than just some of your stupid ideas you had.
I had a lot of those.
You had a lot of those, and I was like, in that time, I was traveling a lot. So I was really not home a lot. But almost every time I came home, you had a different idea of what you want to do.
Yeah.
And so, but this was pretty persistent. You kept on singing all the time. And then it happened that there was a little concert at school from the whole school. And you were performing there. I wish I was a punk rocker.
Yes.
And I was attending that. And I remember the whole room was full of people. And some of the people had tears, including me, including Mama.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because that performance was so great. It was a cappella. I wish I was a punk rocker. You alone on the stage. And so good. And with so much passion and with so much power that I said, wow. That's something she is doing with all of her heart, with all of her passion. And it's really one thing she loves to do. Or more than one thing. Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah.
And I felt you did it like with all your energy, with all your heart, with all you had. And you were not shy at all. You were standing there on stage and you performed and you touched people. That was the first time you touched, not only with Christmas family, but you touched a lot of people there from our local community. And that's when I thought, wow, that's something else here.
Wow. I remember the performance. I don't remember that it really touched people. So that's nice to know. Like, yay me.
Flowers in your hair.
In my hair.
Your hair.
In my hair. In your hair.
And
in all everybody's hair.
When we drove to the singing lessons after, some years after then, we quite often sang this song in the car. You remember?
Of course.
Ah,
Of
very
course I do.
loud, very loud.
Yes. And I also remember, this was a couple years later, because that was in like 5th grade. I didn't start voice lessons until I was 13. What is that, like 7th, 8th grade, something like that? I think halfway through 7th grade is when I started voice lessons. So this was a couple years later when you picked me up from my voice lesson. And we sang the song together, and then you stopped singing, and I kept going. And when I was done, you were like, I kind of prefer how you sang it before you started voice lessons. You're making it too complicated now. Because I got so excited that I learned all of these new skills in my voice lessons that I started doing everything all the time.
Overloaded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I still remember that. I'm like, Ma. And I literally thought, I was like, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. You never had voice lessons. I am so much more of a professional. I know what I'm talking about. Little, 14-year-old cocky me, whatever. And now I'm like, yeah, no, you were totally right. I definitely was probably doing too much because I got excited. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Do you remember that? Yeah. I wish I was a punk rocker. That's a good one. We need to sing that again. Okay. So when you realized that singing is probably going to be like music, singing is probably going to be my thing after that performance, I'm sure I expressed it because I remember like I really wanted to take voice lessons, but I had to wait until I was 13 because the school wouldn't allow voice lessons for kids under 13 because the voice is a very, very delicate instrument. How did you know how to support me? Because you always supported me very, very well. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. How did you know what to do with me and how to guide me with my passion?
That was easy.
Yeah?
We tried to give you the room, the space to grow.
Absolutely. I mean, there was no push or any special support from our side, except like listening to you when you were singing or, just encouraging you, even though there was not much encouragement needed. But when you went to high school in Thun with your red Vespa, I remember that you had a singing competition there as well in 1 year, or I think it was your graduation year of high school, when you had the singing competition. and where you had to write a song and perform the song. And that's when we supported you as well. I remember when you were sitting at home and like tried texting of that song, huh?
Like writing the lyrics?
Writing the lyrics. When we worked together on those lyrics, you remember?
Yes, yes.
Your favorite roses are red and bring breakfast having
bed.
breakfast in bed or whatsoever.
Oh my God! You remember that?
I remember that.
I totally forgot
because we were working on that together.
I remember a lot of times when I was writing songs, I would consult you because I don't think I ever wrote a song in German, but I didn't start English lessons until 7th grade, around 13. And so a lot of times I didn't have the words for what I was trying to say, and your English was always really good. So yeah, compared to mine, it was very good. So it was so helpful, like being in front of the fireplace, writing lyrics. And a lot of times I would ask you for like turns of phrases, like jump the gun is one that I remember you teaching me. And it's just like things like that. So that was so helpful, getting your help there with writing lyrics, because I didn't know what I was talking about.
No, and we had fun together.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like these family evenings in front of the fireplace and trying to write lyrics and just have fun and talk and getting inspired by inspiring each other. So
see, you have some
cool.
musical talent as well. You helped me write lyrics. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was
And
like the time when we supported you with that, or it was not supporting you, but it was just a family game kind of for us. Huh?
Sharing time together.
Yeah, sharing time together, and that was the important thing. Yeah.
And you had to choose the way. If you want to go that way or this way.
Because I tried a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you let me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you supported me in the sense of you enrolled me in voice lessons. You enrolled me in piano lessons.
Yeah.
At one point in high school, I wanted to play saxophone and violin. So I did like 3 lessons each and was like, oh, this is going to take too much effort. Should have started earlier with that. But, like you allowed me to explore that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the funny thing was, or not the funny thing, the fact was that it was always related to art, music, dancing, whatsoever. Huh? And so we could see your talent and your interest and your love for it.
Remember when I was in the LVT, the Lichtathletikverein toen?
Yeah.
The track and field is the English translation for that. And I was so bad at it, and I hated it so much. But once a year, the whole group would go to our version of like a theme park in Germany. And that's the only reason why I wanted to go, because I wanted to go to that stupid theme park. But I quit before they actually went to the theme park, because I was like, no, I can't deal with this anymore. This is awful. And I did karate, but I enjoyed that. That was very cool. I did enjoy that. But I think those are the only 2 things that I did that were not music or art related. I don't remember.
I think so too.
No.
And I would have signed for both of them that you don't like it and that it is not your thing. I mean, even the karate thing, I was sure there, when you had to do the fights, huh? And
That was pretty good, though.
you were pretty good, but we could also see that you got hurt and you didn't like that.
Oh, no, yeah.
You didn't like that. I mean, I was sure this is just because you were in kind of a peer group, some friends which did it, and so you followed them.
Well, and
But
also I
your
like
singing
succeeding
was
at things.
consistent
Yeah.
from like small age all the way till today.
Yeah. I think I enjoyed karate because I was good at it, and people would tell me that I'm good at it. And I was in the national Kader of Switzerland.
National selection, yeah.
Yeah. And that was like, nice. I'm good. I'm going to keep doing that, because people like being told that they're good. It's a confidence boost. But eventually I was like, no, I want to do more dance. And because I was like, no, this is going to be my career. I knew that when I was in high school. I'm like, no, this is like music is going to be my career. So I wanted to do quote unquote hobby things that are going to support my career. I never like considered myself a dancer. I did ballet as a kid because my cousin did ballet and I wanted to do stuff with her. And I was also pretty good at that until I stopped and then went back as a like a young adult in high school. I was like, oh my God, this is so hard now. But I wanted to do things that would support me in my career as a singer pretty early on, I would say.
And this karate, it was more like your brother's style. Huh?
Yeah, more this competition.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff was not competition. The singing, even though, the girls in your class or in your peer group, they looked at it as a competition. And I think that was also where you really stood out in front of all the others, and where maybe some of the problems started with with singing as well. That, in your peer group, you got bullied because you were singing so much better than the other girls. And they just couldn't handle this.
I think there were a lot of factors that led to the bullying, especially in middle school, 7th to 9th grade, was pretty bad. Singing is a part of that. I remember there was this rumor going around because there was a 9th grader and I was in 7th grade. And 7th to 9th grade, you go to a different school, right? To the town next door. And there was this rumor going around that I said that I could sing better than this 9th grader. And she just won a competition, like a local competition in our region. And I'm like, I don't even know. I've never heard her. I don't even know who this person is. I don't know what's happening. And that's when things started really going downhill. But I think there was just like a lot of other stuff going on as well, like jealousy, because, like we traveled a lot. We had the means to travel. We had a pool at home, a nice home in general. I think there was just jealousy overall, not just for singing, but I think that was also a factor. That was not a fun time.
No. Unfortunately, yeah.
No.
Yeah. But
it's a part of life.
And you have your family, parents and brother and grandparents.
Yes.
Grandparents.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's actually interesting that even though like singing was a part of the thing that was putting me down during that time because of how people reacted to my singing, I find it interesting that I still didn't quit it. Like that negative feedback from my peers, from my classmates, didn't make me just want to not do it because it was giving them a platform to attack me, right? Because I remember like once during a Pausenkonzert, during like a little break that we sometimes put on concerts, I was singing a Beyonce song with the band and I cracked on a high note. So it was like, ah, and like it didn't sound good. And all the kids in the audience started laughing. But obviously that doesn't feel good, right? It's awful when people laugh at you because you made a mistake or something bad happened. But why didn't I quit though?
Yeah, interesting.
Because I see a lot of like when students come to our studio, they talk about like a bad experience or a bad comment that they got from somebody when they were young, teenagers, young adults, or even children, and then they stopped singing for the next 20, 30, 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
And now they finally are like, yo, I really enjoy singing. Why did I stop, right? So it's interesting for me that didn't happen to me, even though it was a big part of what caused a lot of pain during that time.
Yeah, you can say this event was the opportunity to see what you really want. It was not
what we call a spleen.
Yeah.
It was not just an idea you had for a certain time or so. Yeah, we call it a spleen in German. That you have this for a certain period of time and then you change your mind and you do something else. You were very consistent, as I said, and you developed, or you had it from the first day on, a love for music, a love for singing. And so nevertheless, whatever people tell you, you were like committed to it. I remember another incident, which was probably even more of a how you call that, like a problem or a challenge for you was when you applied for a college in Zurich.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Because there was only like one spot available for singing.
In Switzerland.
In Switzerland.
In all of Switzerland.
In all of Switzerland.
One spot.
There was one college in Zurich. And this college, they had like one spot for singing. They had one for guitar, one for drums, one for whatever.
Just to create one band.
To create one band. And that was all they had in Switzerland. And you went there to sing, to
audition.
To the audition. And I think the audition went very well. They said, oh yeah, everything is fine. But you know what, girl? You just have too much energy, too much power. You are too young. Come back in 2-3 years from now. And I remember that for you, the world was collapsing, when you heard that, that you didn't get that one spot there in Switzerland.
Yeah.
But
I think that was the first like big blow, like career-wise.
Yeah.
You know, like getting bad feedback from my classmates, whatever. They're not the ones who decide on my career.
Yeah.
But that was the first one where it was like, oh, shoot. I'm maybe not as good as I thought I was, you know? And also, it's the only college I applied to. I graduated high school not knowing what I was going to do. That's maybe also like, you look at that as a little bit of like a failure, you know, like you didn't get in, you didn't have a backup plan, you know, it all worked out fine at the end of the day. But no, I remember that. Well, I guess it wasn't like the first no that I got. I also auditioned for The Voice of Switzerland. That was also in Zurich during high school, maybe junior or senior year of high school, probably senior year of high school. I auditioned for The Voice of Switzerland, didn't make it.
Yeah.
Veronica Fusaro
Yeah.
made it during that same year. She's awesome. And we went to the same high school, and she made it, and I didn't.
She's great.
She's awesome. Yeah. She's having a great career now.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her. She's doing a great job with it. And also talking about support, how you supported me. Bobby, do you remember when you drove me to Germany?
Oh yeah, I
to the Super Talent,
Yeah.
another like competition thing, kind of like America's Got Talent would be like the comparison here. And you and Grandpa drove me and two of my friends to this competition, and we were there all, like, I don't know, how long did it take us to drive there? Like 3 hours?
3 hours, yeah.
And to a different country, which here would be like to a different state, but whatever. And we were there all day waiting, and nothing happens. And they were like, we want you, and you. The rest of you can go home. And we did not get picked. So we went home again. And it was like, oh my God, we were there all day. But yeah, not once did you complain like, oh, let's go home. This is boring, because it was super boring because we were just waiting. You were just like, no, you and Grandpa with me and my two friends, we hung out there. I was probably like 13 at that time, 14 maybe. I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that. But that was, I mean, it was fun, but also like, oh my God, let's go home. How do you remember that?
Oh, I remember it. And it was an interesting experience for me too. Because I was used to like spend a lot of time hanging around with Nico at the racetracks all over Europe. So that was like just something to give it to you from my side. And so I enjoyed it and see all the interaction between the kids and how they were nervous and getting crazy, some of them. And it was an interesting day, a fun day.
Similar to the racing track.
Similar to racetracks, kind of, yeah. Lots of different people around, and as usual, that's when you see that the parents are pushing more in some of the cases than the kids actually want. It was more the parents' wish to have the kids performing somewhere or do something than the kid itself. And I mean, I could see it on the racetrack. I could see it in these occasions with you, in the couple we have had together, that it only works when the kid wants to do it and not when the parents try to push the kids in a certain way.
Yeah.
So it has to come from the kid. And I was only supporting. I was just there because he asked me to do it, but it was not like my idea to, hey, let's go there and let's try and show the people and show the world that we are the best or so.
But I wanted to show the world that I am the best.
You wanted to show it, and that is yours,
But I was not the best because I did not get
No, you did not get picked. And for me, you were always the best anyway. So.
Oh, thank you.
Or to show people that actually in this moment you give the best. You are on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most important, that you give every time the best you can in this moment.
Yeah.
I like this.
I think I was singing a Leona Lewis song. Or Footprints in the Sand. You walk with me, footprints in the sand. I think I sang some sort of Leona Lewis song. I don't remember which one, but I think I sang a Leona Lewis song during that time. I guess this is a good question. But was there ever a time where you doubted that maybe music wasn't going to be a career for me? Like maybe I have to do some sort of day job and do music for fun, but like it's not really going to be a career. You know, I didn't get into the college at first, ended up going to somewhere else.
It really depends on what you understand under a career. Because did I doubt that you will be a Lady Gaga or whatever? Yes, of course, I doubted that. Because, I mean, the chances are so small that you are like one of those world famous artists.
Yeah.
So I was more than doubting that. I was even like trying to tell you, don't be disappointed if you are not going to perform. But I knew that you can do something out of that, out of your singing. That I never doubted at all, because I know that was all you wanted to do, was do something with singing, whether it is a teacher or whether it is like a vocal coach, whether it is like doing something for your vocal health, whatsoever. I was sure you can do something with that.
You can also perform at a different level than Lady Gaga. It doesn't need to be.
You know? But even then, I was sure that you will do something out of that. That you have the potential, that you have the love, the passion, and that there was like no plan B for you. I mean, you were sure singing is my thing and nothing else.
Yeah.
And that you can do something out of it, I was absolutely sure. That's why we supported you. Because if I would have doubted from beginning on, and I knew, suddenly with like 19, 20 years old, she will do something completely else. Then, of course, we would not have supported you in the same way. But it was the same with Nico. He is 4 years older, so we could already tell from the experience with him that he had something in his mind and he never had a plan B. What was in his mind, become a race car driver, he was absolutely committed for that. And you were absolutely committed to do something with music. I mean, you were both the same personalities in that regard.
Nico never even went to college.
No.
He stopped after high school.
He stopped after high school and straight into racing, and that was, 15 years ago? And he's still a race car driver and lives from that. And, I mean, when did you get to college? I mean, that's another story.
Well, moving across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
I was 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah. How was that for you? Because I moved to New York, like it was in Blumenstein, Flowerstone, the town I grew up in. Literally always lived in the same house for 18 years, from the day I got home from the hospital when you gave birth to me till I left for New York City. And we always joke and we say that Blumenstein has more cows than people. Like it's a small countryside town, right? In the middle of Switzerland. To New York City, it's a big change. How was that for you? Because, I mean, you helped me search for schools when I didn't get into the school in Zurich, right? So you helped me search for schools, so you knew that I was going to the United States. Like, it wasn't like going to be a surprise, like, hey, I'm going to the US and I got into the school. Like, you helped me research schools.
We did the research of schools. I mean, we toyed ideas between us. And so what you could do as next... I mean, we could also have sent you to France and go to a family and learn French.
Oh my God, no.
Which is like a typical girl thing to do after high school or after middle school. But of course, we knew what you wanted. You wanted to do something with music. So we looked at different places in Germany, in the UK, in the US.
Yeah.
We did that together. And you were like convinced that you want to go to the US. And we were fortunate enough that we had the financial means to support that. And then we looked at it also as a family project, kind of. It was more than just sending you over to the States and off you are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Out you are all by yourself. An 18-year-old girl from... countryside of Switzerland. No. This was not like... We were carefully thinking about how we want to do it and support you, but how can we all can profit from it. So it was kind of a family project at the end of the day. You were choosing this, what was it called? New York Film Academy. For musical,
Musical theater, yeah.
Musical theater and acting for film, I think was your
major,
what you did there. And so it was a big adventure for you, of course. I mean, the adventure started when we met over there in New York. I was for business in Asia, flew on the other way around to...
oh my God, yes.
On the other side of the globe to New York, and we met in New York together. And then we were looking for an apartment, and the school was already signed up and paid and whatsoever. So that was all arranged from Switzerland. But then, I mean, just looking for an apartment, us three together, we were there in the city.
It was fun.
It was fun,
but then maybe assembling the IKEA furniture wasn't that great.
And then, I mean, we did it all.
And I struggled so heavily with to speak English. You remember?
Yeah.
You learned a lot. I've been in the US for a little more than 10 years now.
Yeah.
Your English has grown a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your English is a lot better than you think it is. Before we started recording, Momi was like, "You can do all the talking, Christian. I'm not going to know the words." But you're doing just perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I think this was like another part of our family adventure then. That Ursula spent like
6 months.
6 months.
6 months out of the 18 months that I lived in New York. Not at once, but you came and went and came and went, always back and forth. Yes.
Oh, every vacation.
Every minute she had.
You were in New York with me.
She was in New York and she enjoyed it so much in New York.
I was the most famous passenger in the airplane.
Yeah.
Just every other weeks.
Yes.
Between Zurich and New York, and then you got visited by your grandparents.
Yes.
By your cousins, and so on. So
Friends, everybody came over.
Yeah. All of them had their vacations at your apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rented an apartment there, and I mean, we had an agent showing us a few apartments. I was already getting fed up with that after like the 4th or 5th visit. I said, no, come on, let's send her off. We will do that by ourselves. We will find an apartment as well as she can do it. And so off we went, and of course you two girls had an expensive taste.
Well, it was literally in the same building as the school.
Yeah.
It was
great.
so convenient. I just had to take the elevator from the 36th floor where my apartment was all the way down to the ground floor, get out the door, walk a couple feet over, get back in the door, take the elevator to the 5th or 6th floor, depending on what day, which room we needed for the school. And that's where my classes were happening.
Yeah.
And then back down, over, up to the 36th floor. I could even go home to eat lunch. It was awesome.
Yeah, and that was important for us. I mean, we did not want to send you over and then let you be by yourself. And I mean, it's a big city, and it's artists and weird people there as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have seen them all. And so we were very, very happy that you had your own apartment. I mean, you had an apartment, so we could visit all the time. And I mean, you were barely alone there, in your
I really was.
apartment.
I was almost never alone. It was either somebody coming over from Switzerland, or then my friends from the school would sometimes spend the night with me because they didn't want to hop on the train for an hour to get to their place.
Yeah.
So they would stay at my apartment. I was almost never alone,
Yeah.
but it was fun. It was really good. I had a good time there. I miss New York. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. It was fun for all of us,
But also crazy, like 18 years old. Like never once was I scared that something was going to happen. But that was just maybe the naive Swiss girl in me. Be like, New York City can be sometimes a little bit of a scary place. Not once did I think ever, like anything was ever going to happen to me. I was just happy to be there.
Yeah. But fortunately for us, at least for our mind, we had Kisha and Ron there.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, your friends from the biking industry.
Yeah.
And they're police officers. So
Most of them
that
police
really helped.
officers,
That
so,
helped a lot.
Yeah, gave me a little NYPD card, and he was like, "If you're ever in trouble, just show that card, and as long as you didn't murder anybody, you're gonna be good."
And by the way, you had no time to do crazy things.
No, I was in school
Learning
all day.
all the time at school.
Yeah.
What I really liked was to go with you to school
Yeah,
and to see all the people, the teachers,
Mm-hmm.
learn about
yeah, it was interesting.
singing and dancing.
yeah.
I learned a lot there. I didn't study music.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. Huh?
A kindergarten teacher, but you're
Kindergarten.
super musical. And tell the story. What was he a teacher or somebody who just you tested for? He was like, so I'd sing it no epis. Now go and sing something. Who was he?
I was 21 at this time.
Okay.
I was looking for a music school, actually similar to yours.
In Bel.
And in Belp,
Yeah, yeah.
And then I had to play the piano for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was there for looking for piano lessons again.
As a student or as a teacher?
As a student.
As a student, yeah.
I was 21
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. And then, okay, I did a good job there, blah, 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 blah. And then finally he said, and now sing something.
Yeah.
I think, oh, okay. And I stood up and started to sing. And then he said, you have to study singing.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Why you never did it before? For me it was not something special.
It's just something you do. It's just everyday life, and it's just
Yeah.
part of normal life. And
But I sang a classical part.
a classical song. Did you ever end up taking voice lessons or no?
Actually, as a teacher in Switzerland at this time, you had to study a lot musical stuff, but not in a high standard, to teach children, young children. Then we sang a lot, but not only singing,
Rhythm, yeah.
rhythms and all the stuff you did, this acting. That's why it was so nice to see for me after 30 years.
Yeah.
The next generation did the same. It was my thing.
Yeah.
To dance, to sing, to act. But you make it now as a profession in another standard like I do.
That's sweet. I think that's sometimes a little bit of a problem, not with you, not with our relationship, but what we see in other people, like Poppy, what you were talking about when we were at the Super Talent, the audition where you saw the parents wanting it more than the kids because they probably wanted to do something like that but never had the opportunity to, and now they want their children to do it. So with you, it's like you did a little bit of it as well, but you never turned it into a career. You went down the teaching kindergarten and first, second grade level, like school, in a public school. Compared to, being a singer on stage or teaching voice like what I'm doing now. But you never pushed me to do it, never once did I feel pushed. Never once. I do not remember a single negative word that either of you said about my musical abilities. Like, you would help me, get some coaching, be like, oh, have you thought about trying this or trying this other thing? You would, help me brainstorm ideas or give me advice, but never once girl, that was bad. Never anything negative, always constructive or positive. And I think that makes a huge, huge, huge difference with how you then grow up, the relationship to your own voice, as a person, right? I never got any negative feedback from you, so I always felt like it's possible, it's doable, I can learn it, I can get better at it and get really good at it, and not well, I suck, so I might as well quit now. So that's something I really appreciate. I don't remember anything negative ever that you guys said. And singing is such a vulnerable thing. I tell this to our students all the time. Yeah. Be careful when you're giving other people feedback. Make sure it's constructive. Use the feedback sandwich: positive, constructive, positive. Say something positive, then give some sort of recommendation, and then say something positive again. Because if you go straight into the thing that they could do better, it feels like an attack.
Yeah.
And anyways, I could go off on a tangent on that, but I always felt very supported and positive in that way. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and it was not we are not experts. We can only tell you what we hear, what we feel, what it does to us, how it touches us. But that's it. I don't want to give you a feedback which is not real, which is not constructive, which is not
but you have
which
to
is
see,
not professional.
But you have to see, most of the people that you're going to sing for are not professionals. So I still believe that feedback from non-professionals is also important, because that's how the majority of your audience is going to perceive you. They're not professional musicians. You might not know exactly what I did and what I could have done better and how to do it better, but it's still valuable feedback, I think. But anyways, okay, let's see here. What other questions do we have? Oh, this is a good one. Was there ever a time you wanted to intervene with, on my path with music, protect me, intervene, maybe try and steer me in a different direction because you thought maybe something was going to go wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do share. I want to know.
I tried so hard after NIFA, while NIFA.
New York Film Academy in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, that you go afterwards to make the bachelor.
The bachelor degree.
The bachelor. Somehow it was important for me that you have, as women, especially as women in this world, it's a fact. It's hard for women to survive, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it? Okay. For me, it is like insurance to have a bachelor's degree. Then you have something in your pocket that is somehow a little bit safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt, verantwoordelijk?
Responsible.
I felt responsible to give you this fake safety.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
If your plans, if you struggle, then you have at least the bachelor's degree. Yeah.
Something where I could go teach at a school or something.
All over the world. Yeah.
You remember
a foundation
we made, in your last few months in NIFA, in New York. We went to LA.
Yes. We toured a couple schools there.
Pasadena. We were, what was it? UCLA, or what was the...
We did USC.
USC.
Whichever one is the fight-on one. I think that's the USC one.
And we did Hollywood IM, or what is it called?
MI, Musicians Institute.
Yeah. MI in Hollywood. And I mean, you could pretty much select all three of them to go to. But then we were still not convinced that this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then we asked you to apply in Boston. Berkeley College of Music. And we asked you to apply there. And I think you even drove up with Mama to that place.
We went to go look at it. Yeah.
We went to go look at it together.
I had red hair at the time. Do you remember?
Yeah, you went together. All three of us went to LA, but Boston, you did only you two.
It was so hot.
It was a very hot day. I remember we were at the park somewhere trying to cool down.
Yeah,
you really, and even some professional person that you knew, you told them that I got into Berkeley and MI and like all these other schools, and that I wanted to go to LA because maybe he was located in LA or something.
LA.
He sent me an email and he was like, please, for the love of God, go to Berkeley.
Yeah.
That's where you have to go. But before, like when I was auditioning for Berkeley, my heart and my brain was already set on going to LA because it's LA. It's where the music's happening. Like, what am I going to do in Boston, right? So I was already set on going to LA. But I auditioned for Berkeley because it made everybody happy. So I auditioned. I took the bus from New York up to Berkeley, auditioned in person, went back down the same day or the next day. I think the next day I checked into a hotel. Went down back to New York the next day. But, you know, I approached this audition very much like, I don't care if I'm going to get in here because I'm going to go to MI. I want to go to LA, you know. But then I got in. And then everybody, literally, like all the professors at the New York Film Academy, like everybody was like, go to Berkeley. It's amazing that you got in. You have to go to Berkeley because it's the best school for this stuff. And I was like, okay, I'll go to Berkeley. And it was great, don't get me wrong, but I really didn't want to at first because I just wanted to be in LA. I didn't care about which school I would go to. I just wanted to be in LA.
It was a compromise?
It was a compromise.
It was a big compromise because you saw the sun and the beach and fun. Huh?
And it's where the music industry is.
And the music industry.
Yeah.
But Boston just had a different vibe to you. Huh? And I remember you didn't like Boston. Huh?
No.
You said it's like Blumenstein.
Yeah. Compared to New York City, you know, like after New York City, everything's kind of like, well, that's just kind of disappointing. You know, it's smaller. It's not like 24/7 stuff is happening. Not that I would go out in the middle of the night. I wasn't even 21 yet when I was in New York. I couldn't go anywhere. But, you know, it's like, oh, man, you know, it felt a little bit like almost like a step down, you know, and like I'm now in less of a music city than I was before. I'm in a smaller city than I was before. It was like, why am I going here? Ended up being a great time, but I really didn't want to go there.
And you remember, and you had such a high speed to go through this school, huh?
Yeah, I tested out of a lot of classes.
Yeah.
And I did 3 semesters in 1 year instead of 2 semesters in 1 year. I just went through it.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to get it done so I can leave.
And you did such a great job there. Yeah.
It was fun. It was a good time. Like, you know, as much as I said, like, I don't want to go there or I didn't want to go there, it was a great experience, you know, being around these music people. Because I realized at NYFA, the New York Film Academy, that musical theater wasn't going to be my thing. I was like, oh, no. This is not it. I want to do pop. And so Berkeley was much better for me in that sense. I learned so much at NYFA, but Berkeley was a better fit just style-wise and people-wise and all of that. So ended up having a great time there, learned a lot. But I went for 2 reasons. First reason, you really wanted me to get a degree. Second reason, I needed to figure out a way to stay in the United States. And it is really difficult if you're a foreigner and you're not enrolled in a college because you don't have a visa then, and it's really, really, really difficult to get a professional visa as an artist when you didn't already have a career in your home country. And so I was like, well, the easiest way for me to stay here is to go to another school. And here we are. Here we are now, 10 years later. Yes. Let's see. Besides English, is there anything else that either of you two felt like you learned on this path of me moving to the United States and getting into music, being a singer, and then also eventually turning into a vocal coach and doing, by the way, I blame that on you. I think I have the teaching, the nurturing from you.
Definitely, we learned a lot. Huh? I mean, we learned to raise you from a baby to an independent, powerful, happy adult. Huh? And I mean, that was like, we learned along this journey, we learned a lot for us as well, huh? Or together with you. Huh? I mean, because there was no plan or anything for us with you or with Nico or with the family overall. Huh? So it was like one big learning experience. Huh? Until today, it still is a learning experience, and I think we profit a lot from that. Huh? I mean, it opens our horizon as well, our minds. It's nice to stay in touch the way it is today. Huh? I mean, it's not only our almost daily phone calls sometimes or weekly phone calls, but it's like the social media thing to see how the world is changing and how to stay in touch with all that and experience you in a different way. Now this podcasting is a different way of staying in touch, and there is so much for us. Yeah, so much.
And at the end, we have another son now. A son-in-law.
A son-in-law, yes, Grant. Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An American family.
American family.
American family, and we can see how you two guys live together and how you complement each other, even though you are totally different. It's like Mommy and me, we are totally different in that regard. It's exactly the same with you two guys.
Yeah.
He is like an engineer and entrepreneur. You are entrepreneur, but on the artistic
On the
side.
creative side, yeah.
Yeah, on the creative side. And so it's really fun to see that, and it's an ongoing learning, and it's it's just positive and
It's going with the flow.
joyful. Yeah, and there is like no stress, no plan. I mean, at least from our side, there is no plan for the future.
My friend, I've never had a plan.
And you never had a plan. I mean, you keep going and you do good and
Figure it out as you go.
You do it with your charm, with your personality, with your pureness. So you do it with that, your happiness. And I guess we are not as happy as you because, I mean, we don't have this personality or this sparkle, the sparkle you have.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we are happy and joyful, and so it's very, very very good for us to see how you are moving in this direction, or just with one on top of us. Huh? Yeah.
Which is like that for all parents. I can imagine to see how their kids become adults and grow all the stuff they do, and they enjoy life, even if they sometimes struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are here. We support.
Well, I appreciate your support. And I appreciate you coming back over here 10 years after moving to New York, still assembling IKEA furniture. We went to IKEA yesterday and we had to assemble a new sofa and a shoe rack and whatnot. So here we are 10 years later, still assembling IKEA furniture. I love it. What kind of advice do you have for parents out there who have kids showing a passion for maybe not traditional things like engineering, like Grant?
First of all, find out where your child's passion is, your child's love is, and support it in this direction. Absolutely. And I know it can be very difficult if it is very costly, whatsoever. But even then, you can support your child and open him different ways of pursuing that path, that road. And even if it is with detours, maybe you have to make sure that the kid itself is like making money first and but support it so one day it can actually fulfill his dreams or her dreams and her passion and make it alive. So that's just be open-minded and don't just go for the traditional, whatever in Europe is apprenticeship mainly, and then college or university and whatsoever. Just give them the opportunity and support them maybe just on a side gig a little bit, so they can still go the traditional way because they have to, because there are not enough financial means to support them fully. But support them and give them the feeling that they shall follow their dreams, follow their dreams, their passion, their love, and then it will be good. Don't tell them this is not serious what you are planning to do here. Learn a real job. I mean, that's the typical thing you hear in Switzerland. First, you have to learn a real job.
Yeah.
And then you can decide what you want to do. No, support them that, maybe we don't have the financial capabilities. So do something else in the meantime, something you like. And it doesn't have to be a high-end job or whatsoever, something you like, that you can make money and that you can like actually fulfill your own dream with your own money. And so, I mean,
there are so many ways you can go, and as parents, go out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Somehow.
But just don't be negative when they have something. Don't be negative. It's what you said about what we did with you. There was never a negative word about your voice or performance or whatsoever. I mean, encourage. I think that's the best you can do. Encourage your kids to follow their own path. And when it is love and passion, then it is destiny at the end of the day.
There you go.
That's what it is.
A big change in my life and in my career as a singer was when I decided to go from singing and being the performer to becoming a coach. And I remember struggling with that a lot because in my mind, I was always like, I'm going to be a performer in Hollywood and this is going to be my life. And I wanted to do that ever since I could remember. Like, I remember like at 12 years old telling you guys, I'm going to move to the United States and I'm going to be a singer. Like, that was always the plan, right? And then I did it. I signed with a manager in Nashville. I recorded the music and I was performing a lot. Grant was my roadie and, I was doing all these things. And I was like, oh my God.
No, we didn't talk about Nashville.
I don't love it. I really thought that that's what I was going to do. And then I did it and then I didn't like it.
But I didn't like it as well when I was young. Once I had a piano concert. It was awful.
I never liked my recitals either, my piano recitals. I did love my singing recitals though. Like when you take lessons, you have like recitals is what they call it here in the United States. But never liked the piano ones, but loved the singing ones. And the weird thing is, like, I loved writing. I loved co-writing with everybody, and I loved being in the studio and recording the music. And and I loved all of that. And when it was like an actual show, like that was cool. But, performing at restaurants and bars, I was like, man, I'm over this. Like, this is the worst. And I didn't like the social media. And there was a little bit of a disconnect with the team as well that, was helping me out with all that stuff. And it just, I was going through a little bit of like an identity crisis of like, well, I always thought I was going to do this and now I don't love it. And I started teaching voice lessons on the side because I needed to make some money, right? And I realized that teaching voice lessons was so much fun. And I loved helping others. I like seeing that direct result. Because with singing and performing, like, yes, you see how people react to it, and sometimes you get a nice message from people like, oh, I really like this song, blah, blah, blah. You get that as well, but it's a completely different thing when your student can like hit a note they could never before or anything like that. It's like, oh, yay, I helped them get there. This is so fun. And so I realized that I started enjoying that side a lot more than performing. But I was really struggling with coming to terms with that. Do you guys remember that time at all?
I remember it very, very well.
Okay. How was that from your perspective?
Because we like followed you around a little bit here in, especially here in Indy, to a couple concerts. And we could already feel that you were not like super excited to go to those events, set up everything, and then have your hour or two performing, because for you it was kind of a routine.
Yeah.
It was kind of a routine, and you love singing, but you didn't like to get out of the house to do that routine and drive somewhere in the middle of the night, and especially coming home late and everything. You didn't like that. So we saw that coming, but we also, experienced it firsthand when you had the idea of creating VoxTape Studios. You remember our trip to
Costa Rica.
Mexico?
Costa Rica.
Was it Costa Rica?
Yeah, it was January 2020 for VoxTape.
Yeah, exactly. And then February, it was even more.
Oh, yeah, that's
Mexico, in February 2020.
Yeah.
We started, Costa Rica was still a lot of traveling, and we talked about it more. But then actually in Mexico, like 2 months later or 6 months later,
6 weeks later,
or 6 weeks later, sorry, 6 weeks later, you actually started to take notes and write your program down and everything, and online courses. And you made like a business plan and the content of your business as well. Within like a super short period of time, you were so committed and so full of ideas. And so
I was excited about it.
Yeah, you were totally excited and committed. And there I could see like mama's side in you, the way you were working there. I remember so well when you were graduating from high school in Thun, you said, you remember that this is the last time I did some math at school. From now on, I will only do music. That were your words.
Oh, really? I don't remember that, but that sounds very much like something I would say.
When you were 18, you said, never do anything like that anymore, just singing. And then it was like this performing, which was kind of, annoying for you, even,
I really didn't enjoy it.
You felt that there is passion for music, but it's not passion for performing. And not passion for always the same. You are not a person who can do the same stuff every day. Not at all. You need like fun and excitement and challenges. And that was just not challenging for you. And then we talked about it in Costa Rica when we were like traveling all together with Nico and Vicky as well in Grant. And then these 6 weeks later in Mexico, you had a plan. You were committed. You were like fully prepared for it. And you went full speed ahead there.
Full gas.
It was full speed. It was a challenge for you. And you didn't mind that suddenly. You had to think about a website, about programming courses, online courses, payment systems, and so on, everything. And there was so much maths involved and so much learning involved and everything, and also frustration sometimes when all these different programs didn't speak together.
A lot of frustration. A lot.
But you were so excited and so happy. And when I saw that, I was quite sure, hey, this is what she wants to do, and this is like, and it's an ongoing challenge because now you are in charge of your own destiny. When you have your own company now, I mean, you have to have customers now. So you have to do sales, you have to do marketing, you have to make sure you make money, that you have a bookkeeping in place, everything. And so now you became an entrepreneur in singing, in teaching, singing.
So you think it was the right choice?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I felt good. And I mean, you made the right choice at the right time. Because then COVID hit.
Yeah, a month later, COVID was a thing.
A month later, COVID hit, and I mean, there was no more performing.
Yeah.
And you were not like one of those thousands of artists which just collapsed, kind of, and had no more living, no more support, was difficult for them. And you already had your own ideas, and you were already like pushing for your new venture. And so it was a lucky coincidence.
COVID was a little bit of a blessing in disguise for me, career-wise. Obviously had a lot of awful things that came with COVID. But for me, it was the thing that finally gave me, my mind, permission to pivot. To step away from Nashville, performing, all of that, and go full out with vocal coaching. It gave me permission to pivot in that sense.
Especially when you saw that we are happy about this job.
I felt so guilty. Yeah. There was so much guilt. I was like, you supported me. You spent all of this money for my schools, for the project down in Nashville. You paid for all of the recording costs. And that was a lot of money. And I just didn't want to disappoint you, because Nico, my brother, was successful with what he wanted to do. He knew what he was going to do. He was going to be a race car driver, and he did it, and he's still doing it. And there I was like, I said I was going to be a singer, and now I don't want to do it anymore, but we spent all of this time and all of this money doing it, and now I don't want to do it anymore. Like, it was an awful feeling, just like guilt towards you, and also fear towards others, like that they would look at me as like a failure, like, oh, she didn't cut it, like, and now she's a voice teacher, so like I was also a little bit afraid of judgment from that side as well. But for me, it was mostly the guilt.
No, and for us, and it was more that we could see that you were not super happy just performing. You did it, and you did it for everybody thought you did it with joy and with passion and everything. But we could see it that it was not.
It was a little different.
It was a little different, And we were actually happy that you had something else, and you did not have to go out like every other night somewhere late and go and perform and all that. So for us, it was actually a very positive step.
It's weird that I felt all that guilt, though, because like you never gave me a reason to feel guilty. That all was internal. Somehow, I don't know why,
No, actually for us it was a positive move.
How do you feel about it, Mommy?
That's correct.
Yeah.
What you said.
It took me a long time. It took me a good year, maybe year and a half. To really be like, nope. It took me a long time. No. I don't remember how much we really talked about it, but I was really kind of over it.
We talked about your new stuff a lot. We didn't talk about your personal feelings much. I mean, maybe you and Mama did, because you are very connected there, and you talk a lot about such things. And with me, we talk more business-related stuff, even though it's personal business, Yeah, but it was more business related, Strategies and ideas and concepts, and it was fun. Still is. I mean, it never stops. It's never going to stop, I'm sure.
One of the most important things people have to learn to release a specific idea if it's time to release.
move forward and don't dig your own hole. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just wrote an email to our audience about this yesterday, where I was like, focus on your goal, right? But don't be so set on how you're going to achieve that goal. Many paths lead to Rome is a saying, right?
Yeah. Proverb.
And I was so set on path A that I felt guilty for wanting to do path B.
Yeah.
You know, but so yeah, it's, you know, sometimes you need to take a little bit of your own medicine, your own advice.
Yeah. And one day you will be a singing gardener and cooking your own meals and all that on social media whatsoever.
Yeah, Barb, my mother-in-law really wants me to do that. Every time I see her, she's like, you really need to start a gardening and cooking channel, and you need to write your own cooking books and make an online course. People are going to love it, and they're going to follow you, and they're all going to garden, and the world's going to be a better place. And she gets so excited about it. And I'm like, I would love that, but I don't have the time for a second job. But yeah, but it's fun. It's fun.
Only with fun you will be successful. Huh?
Well, especially with something that's so creative.
Yeah.
And, you know, like alternative, you know, like an alternative kind of career. If you're not fully in it, because it's hard. It's a hard freaking career. And if you're not fully in it, don't bother. Go do something else where you also find joy that's maybe not quite as hard. But I also always say, like, every path is hard. You just have to pick your hard sometimes. Like every job comes with its
Yeah, of course.
challenges and
I mean, you had tons of challenges, huh? When you started your courses and all that, huh?
yeah,
With all your setups there, huh?
lots of challenges.
Lots of challenges, huh?
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, you were frustrated there sometimes, huh? When it didn't work out and you had to change systems and whatsoever. But if you don't enjoy at least the result of what you have done or developed or engineered, then you are at the wrong place. Huh? There must be some joy to whatever you do, huh? Or you will be sick one day. Huh? If you have no joy, no fun, no pleasure of what you are doing. Huh? And it's...
Maybe that's why I never get sick, because I love what I do.
Yeah.
Is there something that you hope in your hearts that I never forget about my voice or myself as an artist, as a singer, as a teacher, and as a person? Anything you hope that I never forget?
You have this personality, and I mean, just don't let anybody take your own personality, huh? Don't listen too much to others, huh?
And this personality was always here. It's inside you.
Yeah.
And take it out.
Share it.
To the audience.
Yeah.
Share it. And that's what I really like to see, that you give this passion somehow, or this joy to other people, not only to your students, to your mother-in-law, to your husband. That's really impressive.
Yeah. I mean, your second hobby is your gardening.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
You love the gardening. We have seen it. We have experienced it here again these days. Huh? And I mean, you are singing when you are gardening. Did you notice that? Do you know that?
Yes.
You sing, huh? And this is, I mean, this combination and just being able to do what you want to do, huh? And then it shows your personality and who you are and what you want to be, huh? Stay the way you are. Huh? Absolutely.
I love it. I don't have to change.
No, you don't have to change. Stay the way you are.
Yeah.
And you make people happy around you.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Thank you.
Last but not least, I'm really proud of you. Huh?
Thank you.
Very proud of you, the way you developed and what you have built with your studio and with your farm now.
Yes. Fall Creek Farms.
Fall Creek Farms. So very proud of you and see that and just proud and happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for setting me up for success, for always being so supportive, for visiting me even though I'm 5,000 miles away, and for being here and sharing your stories and your advice with us here today. Thank you so much.
Love you, Lara.
Love you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.